You were going under the spirit box, not spirit box, the lights, the music box, the death bell, all was going crazy. When she went under, the first thing that was said was, "What are you doing?" And the spirit that came through was either Jeff or Jess. Um, Ben asked his name again because we couldn't understand you, and he said, "I will not repeat myself." And he said, "Yes, Jeff," but then he said Jess. So he said, "What are you doing here? You are playing with fire. Why do you want to contact the other side?" And Ben said, "We just want your story. We're just wanting to communicate." He asked how he passed. He said, I passed in a fire, but it wasn't at Penhurst. After he went home one day, he put his cigarette down on the bed by accident. It fell and caught fire, so the flames consumed him. The year that he passed was 1967. He was the only one that died in that fire, but he was the clerk at Penhurst. And then the music box and trip lights started going crazy again. He said, "This is my home." He worked there for 27 years, and he likes it there because he lived there most days, spent all holidays there. Again, the music box and lights started going off. Being asked how the patients was treated, he said the patients were treated like animals. There are a lot of souls there. It was their home, and he stays there to give them comfort. Again, the lights and the death bell was going off. He said there are many spirits, and they were all staring at you. And he said, "Well, what can we do to help?" He said they needed a host, that they are stuck there. They wanted to attach to your soul. Ben stood his ground. He said, "Absolutely not. You can't attach." They said, "Why not?" He said, "You do not demand. You do not tell me what to do." He said, "You can't attach to anyone." He said, "I'll say it one more time. You do not tell me what to do." He said, "Can we speak to someone else?" He said, "I won't let anyone else come through." He said, "You're being demanding, and that doesn't get you anywhere. You're being demanding, and you're not polite." Ben was very polite. He just wouldn't let him attach to anybody. Finally, that spirit went away. The second spirit came through was Anthony. He was 21 years old. He passed in 1991. He didn't want to pass. He said when he grew up, his mom was a party girl. She didn't want to take care of him, so she sent him to live with his grandma, and his grandma raised him. He grew up in Mexico until he was 10 years old, and then him and his grandma came back so he could go to school. One day in school, he started having seizures. He left there, Pennsylvania after high school. He left after high school and went to New Jersey. And his grandma went back to Mexico to be with his grandpa. While he was there, he lived in New Jersey with friends. However, he did pass away in Mexico because he went to visit his grandma. While he was there, he was riding four-wheelers, and he didn't put on a helmet. He said he was driving crazy. He had planned on, when he got back, to join the Marines. So, kind of like a last hurrah. And then the trip wires and stuff, lights, the bells and stuff started going off. Excuse me. He said he hit a wall and busted his head wide open, and that's how he passed away. Holly asked if he still visits his grandparents. He still visits his grandma because she is alive. However, she is sick. And then the timer went off.
Someone asked that.
Thank you, Marissa.
Why is the spirit there?
Guys did great, and he was not being impolite. He was trying to attach to Bubba.
Yeah.
You did right.
Exactly. It's like when somebody's talking about like attaching to somebody's soul, it's not like it can just be like, oh, okay, like, yeah.
Yeah, it needs a host.
Yeah, you gotta. I had to kind of stand firm on that, but
Guys, we're gonna do 5 minutes. Ezra, you wanna do it?
What, 5 minutes?
Yeah, 5 minutes only, because they give us 10, so. Here, give me that, your one.
Thank you, Nina.
did they say they gotta continue the tour? Does it end at 2? Is that what I heard earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, well, I'm jumping off. Good night, everybody.
Good night, thank you.
Holly, good job.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me ask questions. That was interesting.
No problem.